Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss, and today's bike vlog I want to talk about pre-planned snacking. Now if you saw the short, I'm not talking about just having snacks planned out. That's not what I'm saying. You're doing your weight loss journey, you're living your best life, you're on a calorie deficit, you're gonna get hangry, you're gonna get peeved, and I always try and set it up to where I can have 100 to 200 calories that weren't in my initial meal, And I do that now with these pre-planned snacks that I have bought. Something that's more controlled, I buy Quest chips. They're called Quest protein chips. 140 calories a bag. The ones I get, the chili lime, 140 calories a bag, 20 grams of protein. It's a great snack. If I have the chips, I try not to have anything else. But, variety is the spice of life. So what I started doing too is, the yogurts I get is 80 calories, 15 grams of protein. So I'll set it up to where it's like, okay, if I get a little hangry, I'll have the yogurt here. Maybe 2 hours later, I'll have an apple. Apples, especially the ones I get, about 100 calories. But, apples are generally pretty good for you. But the idea is knowing what you're gonna, by having the plans, having something that you can go to snack on, the calories, what it's gonna do for you. It has protein. The fruit is the only snack that I'm grabbing that doesn't have protein. I started getting these tuna pouches. I wanna say those anywhere from 80 to 100 calories. I want to say 13 grams of protein for the tuna pouch. Wonderful. You can, like I said, pairing the tuna with the apple, pairing the yogurt with the apple, tuna with blueberries. You want to set yourself a parameter. The idea of your weight loss journey is making something sustainable, something you're going to be able to do for a long period of time. And many of the ways I say is having a routine, setting up your cardio and having that routinely done throughout the week. Having your diet, knowing exactly how many calories you're consuming for your meals and planning ahead, making it sustainable. So the idea is at some point, and especially in the beginning, I didn't have these snacks. I was really going strict with it. And I think you can do it too, strict. Eventually, you're working out a lot, you're burning more calories, you're in a calorie deficit, your body just wants more, especially this summer, you're going out, So I started with just the fruits and stuff as my snacking. And the fruits were great, the fruits were delicious, but they didn't always satiate me. And that's when I started implementing just, if it isn't fruit or a vegetable, if I'm going to consume a snack, it's going to have some kind of protein in it, i.e. the tuna, the Quest chips, the high protein yogurt. One meal that I've actually been implementing is poke. I've been getting it at Walmart. It's like a chopped up kind of raw fish deal, very high in protein. I've been slapping that up with some white rice, portioned off white rice, and some asparagus and corn every now and then. And, having these meals planned, knowing what you're going to eat, knowing how many calories, tracking it, it makes a big difference in sustainability. But also, I'm always talking about that mental aspect of your weight loss journey. And, it might not be for everyone, this concept, but really having a routine, doing something, and getting used to it, it can make a big difference. And it can make your mental easy. They say humans are creatures of habit. Creating a healthy habit, it's wonderful. I definitely feel like the overall quality of, obviously, I've always talked about the quality of life improvements in my body, in my movement, in my health. I guess I really don't talk about the mental improvements that I've had. And since I've started my journey, since I've lost over 100 pounds, over 150 pounds, I'm happier. Not just health-wise, but mentally. Going through life and being able to move, push, pull, jump, run, climb, interact with people. It's you will be surprised how different an interaction is when you're 300 plus pounds compared to when you're 200 pounds. I've been fat my whole life. And this is sad to say, but these last 2 years where I've been healthier and slimming down I've felt the most liked. I felt the most respected. I felt like, I go out and people want to talk to me more, people waving at me. That should never happen when I was fat as fuck. No one acknowledged me when I was crazy. I'm bigger, so you think I would be more acknowledged. I was never acknowledged. And it was never something that bothered me. It was never something I was cognitive of. But now I go out and it's like, you think people fucking knew me. And I'm like, oh, hey, how are you doing, So, there's so much benefit from doing your weight loss journey. I know I kind of deviated from the topic, but it all culminates into your journey, And that's why I said, it's something I really started doing where I started pairing the snacks. Where it's like, okay, the apple's 100 calories, the blueberry section it off to 100 calories. Leaves me open for the tuna with the protein. Leaves me open for the yogurt with the protein. The protein really helps. I'm so surprised at how effective protein is. I'm always plugging those Premier Protein because they're 160 calories, 30 grams of protein. It's a little bit higher calorie for protein ratio than I like, but it's hard to find some certain things that just have like 30 grams of protein. It's great. Really keeps me satiated at times. So, having these plans, especially for the food, excuse me, sorry, that was disgusting. It was a rough night. But having these plans, having these foods in place, tracking, I'm always talking about tracking, One thing you don't want is mystery calories. Even if you eat it and you weren't supposed to, it didn't fit in your diet, log it, track it, write it down. It happened. So you have to acknowledge it, So it's really about setting yourself up. I'm always saying that, setting yourself up for success. Your weight loss journey to be successful isn't going to be one decision that you make. Isn't going to be going and working out. Isn't going to be having a diet. It's going to be a combination of things that you put into your routine, combination of things that are going to propel you forward on your journey. There's no one thing you can do. It has to be a combination of many different things that you combine, put forth, and that is your journey. And pre-planned snacking that's just one of them. And I think it's really helped me in these last few weeks. I've talked about how it's the summer now. I've been going out more, eating a little bit more. So now I'm really trying to get back into it, especially my birthday's coming up, so I really want to slim down a little bit more, especially for the summer. I'm gonna hit it really hard. So I want to be in a good calorie deficit. And tracking these, having these snacks now, and it's like, okay, I'm a little peeved, so I'm gonna wait 30 minutes. I'm gonna have this tuna packet. I'm gonna let it rock. Maybe I'll have the apple. If I don't need it, I don't need it. But I know I'm not gonna go over that. Yeah, you need a bit of self-control. But once you start doing it, once you start, allocating the snacks like that, you're gonna see that the control is gonna come easier. And, these snacks, there's nothing that I want to just indulge on. I don't want 2 bags of chips. I don't want 2 yogurts. And I think that's due to the higher protein. There's no sugar. I'm not fucking getting shit with a bunch of sugar in it. My fruit has sugar in it. And that's about it, But that's really the concept. It's just another thing to fit into your routine so you can have a successful weight loss journey. Hope you guys stay positive and start today, baby. Have a good one.